This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports, powered by the Union Banner at Union Banner on Facebook. Your sports teams, your community, your radio station. Presents Talkin Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin Sports is powered by Hoffman Supermarket, the only choice for quality meats and friendly service. Talkin Sports is brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College, the future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City and Hoyleton. McKendree University in Lebanon. Ideal Home Solutions in Trenton. Farmers State Bank Insurance Department in Hoffman. Sieber Brothers in Carlisle. 12 Oaks Vineyard in rural Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers, with locations in Breeze and Highland, and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Talkin Sports. Rip here at the Cloud Meat Market Studio for the midweek edition. En route tonight, we're going to talk some basketball with a pair of coaches. First from Breeze MD, Knights coach Ron Shattuck, and then we slip over to Salem for Lady Wildcats coach Megan Kessler. Plus, as always, on a Wednesday, we have the Medals screen printing and signed sports flashback tonight. That features NHL blogger Lance Descott. But right now, we turn to Scores and Stuff, which is brought to you by Isaac Auto Body. See them for 24-hour towing and collision repair. And on the Tucker Electric guest line, we mount over to Centralia for Donnie Walker, the coach. Donnie, welcome back to Talkin Sports.
Rip, thank you very much for having me on.
And we're going to get into some baseball first, okay? And then we'll scoot along and see what else we can do. Let's start. Number one, your impressions of the Cardinals as far as their signing of Paul Goldschmidt is. Goldie, I guess that's already been about 2 weeks now, but I think it was pretty much a no-brainer myself. But what's your view on that?
You know, I do too. I mean, when they got Goldsmith, it gave you some hope because they haven't been doing too good in the last couple of years as far as getting free agents and people that, like you and I talk about, they need the third baseman, which they got. They need another bat in the lineup, so hopefully shortly something else will come up. But yeah, that's a big deal for the Cardinals, and they've got to get going, or they're going to lose some people in the seats over there in St. Louis. They don't want that to happen.
And I don't care about the 1 year. Yeah, of course, you'd rather have him for 3 or 4. That just doesn't. They're going to have to make a move and attempt to sign him if they want to. If he wants to sign there, if he has a good year, I mean, he probably will. He's 31. He's an all-star. He's been an all-star in each of the past 6 seasons. After a rough start last year, he really turned it on. I mean, he's been really good throughout his career, and it gives him a solid bat there. I guess him back. Donnie, don't let him hit him second, okay? Don't have him waste him hitting second in the order. This new wave junk. He's a power guy.
Rip, that's exactly right. As far as the 1 year deal goes, if he has a good year in St. Louis and the fans in St. Louis treat him like they always do and somebody comes in there, and especially a bona fide player like he is, he might get really fired up, and they're going to have to give up some money, but hopefully they can keep him. But let's go 1 year at a time, see what happens. That's all you can do.
Now, one of the other offshoots from this is that Carpenter, unless he's moved, I doubt it, but he could. He's at third base, so I will gladly, if you'd rather, that's fine. But somebody is going to be needed to be at the mound for the cutoff for him from third to first.
Yeah, and I said Goldsmith at third base. I meant first.
Yeah. No,
I don't know. Yeah, they're going to have a cutoff man there because Carpenter can't throw the ball. He can't. No offense, he can't play in the county league right now as far as throwing.
No, he's
and
only bat him lead off. Only bat him lead off.
Oh yeah, and if they happen to if something comes up and they get rid of Carpenter, that's fine too. I'm not going to be able to sleep if that happens.
No, I wouldn't. He's been a really good player and all, but he's not getting any younger either. And no, that would not be a problem at all. Now, of course, we have 2 big chips out there, Manny Machado, and the number 1 guy, Bryce Harper, and there are so many nobody knows. Actually, the only one that may know is his agent, of course, Scott Boras. He commands, he knows everything. But otherwise, nobody knows, even Harper probably, where he's headed or may be headed.
Well, what I read, yesterday, I guess, or as far as maybe he had this private meeting with the Cubs and whatever, and of course the Dodgers said they really don't need him because they've got so many people in the outfield. I think Harper, wherever he goes, is going to be a good catch because I think of his personality. I think he's going to fit in. Now, Manny, I don't know about him. I don't know. I've got mixed feelings about him.
I don't want him. I wouldn't want him on my club.
I wouldn't want him on my team, but I know he can play.
Oh, he can.
I think Harper's going to fit in wherever he goes, but I guess money talks, but I still can't understand why. I don't know. I just kind of lost a lot of it. I don't follow it like I used to, and of course the money has just gone rapid. Oh,
and even above that, though, if he may not get this. 10 years, that is too long. If I'm the Cardinals, I'm strictly out of this. I'm going in other directions, and I think a few other teams are too. At least they're sending those signals. That's too long for anybody. I mean, more than 3 years for a pitcher is too much. Sign 4 or 5 at a higher rate per year. I mean, I understand that, and raise the beers to $15 a piece. What the heck? But I kind of think if I had to bet, and I don't, and I won't, but I would go with the Dodgers because the West Coast. He lives in Vegas. The Dodgers can make room by getting rid of a couple of other outfielders. I know they have the. I kind of think he may be.
You're right about the 10-year deal. There's too many things that can happen. I mean, there's just too many things that can go wrong in 10 years, let alone 3 or 4. But 10 years is just almost unbelievable. But,
and of course, there will be opt-outs and opt-outs only for him. Of course, I want to see a contract signed where the team gets to opt out. Donnie, how about that?
Yeah. Well, that'll probably happen too. But
you think?
I tell you what, there's so many things that are going on in baseball. I mean, that just has changed as far as I'm concerned. But it just seems like sometimes the players, if maybe it's always been like that, but you get some superstar and he's not doing real well, first thing that's going to happen, they're going to fire the coach.
Yeah. Well, one thing in regards to a player like Harper, some of the basically mega stars. I tell you what, Goldschmidt's numbers are really about as good as Harper, honestly. But anyway, Harper is at least those guys that get the money. I'm okay with. It's somebody a second string infielder making $5 and $6 million a year hits $225. Come on.
Descalso, right?
Hey,
he's going to get a nice payday. I mean, he seems like a good player, but man, Merry Christmas, good for him.
I know with the Cubbies, and suddenly everybody on Twitter, and I like Descalso actually, but I mean now suddenly everybody's in love with him, and oh my gosh, why didn't we? Yeah, he goes to Chicago because Russell, that guy's out of action for a while, so he'll probably he had a really good year in Zona last season, his first really good year. Hey, this is an interesting here because our buddy Tim Paddock used to coach this J-Hap. They say it a million different ways in high school. High school basketball, and boy, he's $34 million now with the Yankees, but he's been really good as of late.
Well, again, those guys get that money. Good for them. I mean, Jesus, it just got out of hand.
Oh, I wouldn't turn it down. No, I wouldn't turn it down.
Oh, yeah.
Well, most of you
pays bills next month.
Probably. Most everybody knows out here, Donnie played his collegiate ball before he was drafted by with the Murray State Racers, and unfortunately, Donnie, your former coach, passed away 2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah, Coach passed away. It was on the 14th, and he, passed away. He was 92.
92.
He's 36 years at Murray State University, and he's really touched a lot of lives. And he was a special person, and he's going to be deeply missed. But I say this all the time. He lived a long life, a good life, and you don't want to see anybody suffer. He taken a fall last year and broke his hip.
There you go.
It just seems like a lot of times people go downhill.
Right.
But the stories that have come across on Facebook and stuff like that, and of course, wife Mary being on Facebook,
I saw a few of those.
Got a lot of phone calls from a lot of ex-teammates, and
Good deal.
we're going to go down there Friday and pay our respects. But yeah, he sure did. He touched a lot of lives, and just a good man, just a very, very good man.
Is Coach Regan or Reagan? Regan, right?
Reagan.
Oh, it is Reagan. All right. For some reason, I was thinking I was all right. Well, very good. Yeah.
R-E-G.
Yeah. Celebrate his life Friday. Celebrate it. Like you say, 92. You never want to see guys part, but I mean that's he lived a very successful life, and tip a few for him, and I'm glad you got to play for him because I trust your judgment that he was a great guy too, beyond coaching.
He surely was, and he the last several years he was involved with the NCAA in the regional tournaments. He basically ran the regional tournaments, and he's just a very smart baseball man. He was assistant dean, I guess, into the marketing department, and then assistant AD in the AD. He was a sharp cookie.
I believe he was sharp. He got you to go down there. You had some great teams.
Well, I tell you what, we the baseball team, he took a lot of pride in winning the I guess the athletic trophy each year for the best sport, with the highest GPA, and I probably was detrimental in that, a little bit, but he took a lot of pride in that. Yeah,
that's good.
He kept you on your toes. He really did.
That's good. Hey, the Blues won last night, Donnie. Actually, they won 3 or 4. They got just bombarded the other day, Sunday on TV, but they have won 3 or 4. So who knows? You would have been a great
I've told
defenseman.
You this before. You've asked me about the Blues, and been on and off watching them, but haven't they in the last several years? They start off hotter than a firecracker, and then they mellow.
Well, they haven't this year.
So maybe this is a good omen.
That's right.
It's a good omen.
They're a point away from the very bottom. Hey, while we're on coaches, and good for Roy Williams of the North Carolina Tar Heels. He signed an 8-year extension. He'll be 77 when, not if. I see if all the time. He'll fulfill it when this term comes to an end in 2027-28. My gosh, I can't really fathom that. But 3 national titles. I think he's went to 5 Final Fours with the Tar Heels, and he's been rather successful too.
I'd say so, and for the university, for the town, and just for all those young men coming and going, that's a pretty neat deal.
Illinois, as far as college hoops goes, we progress there. They're off until Saturday when they host Mizzou in the annual bragging rights game. And I know for the young people, but we know others not. It's nothing. It's not close to the kind of game it used to be. And I don't just mean as far as competitively. I mean just in the nature. You couldn't get tickets. It was an incredible situation for years and years and years, and that's all been wiped out.
Yes, it has, Rip, and again, with Illinois, they got a long ways to go.
They do.
Long ways to go.
Well, 4-7 now, and they do tackle Mizzou Saturday night. I'm going to flip back to another coach and an entire team. Donnie Walker with us on scores and stuff, because this is pretty cool. I do believe the UAB Blazers football team. Did you check that out, Donnie? They won their bowl. These bowls, I know they're, but in this case, they splattered Northern Illinois 37-13 in the Boca Raton Bowl. But this program had fizzled. It was shut down 2 years ago, and they are back in a big way. And congrats to Coach Bill Clark. One more year like this, if he has to wait, he'll be at a major program making just enormous amounts of cash.
Yes, he will. Fortunately or unfortunately, Rip, I watched a few minutes of the game last night.
Wish I had.
Until the player got hurt, and I don't know. I turned it right after that, and I never turned it back on the ball game. I didn't realize it. I mean, I realized UAB won the game, but I didn't know about how much.
And they also won the Conference USA Championship, so they go from no team 2 years ago to a nice one last year, an 11-3 record this year. And he's the toast. Bill Clark is the toast of the town, as he should be. Brian Kelly, Donnie. I am no Notre Dame fan, not at all. You know that, and we've reached that. But I'm gonna say congrats to him. First of all, he's named the Coach of the Year for the second time by the AP, and this particular coaching award has been in vogue for 20 years. Only Nick Saban and one other has been named twice in that time. So that's great. I give them credit, man. It's like the Yankees or Red Sox. I hate them, but I recognize they have good programs and good organizations. And I also like this about Kelly because he knows obviously he's sharp. He recognizes the chatter about the Fighting Irish getting in without playing in a conference and so forth. And he proposes what I do and many, many others do. 4, I'm glad there's a championship, but get that baby up to 8. Have the 5 conference champions go from the Power 5, and then 3 at large, including independents such as Notre Dame if they qualify, Central Florida like that, and I think that'll wrap it.
Correct. And, I know that Notre Dame gets your attention.
They do. They get most people's attention. It's like the Cowboys, the Yankees, Lakers. Yeah. Love them or hate them.
Yeah. But that'll be a good time coming up here in the weeks to come here to watch the playoffs and find out, I guess.
Yeah, in fact, next not this, but next Saturday we've got the 2 games. My goodness, Clemson and Notre Dame, and Bama and Oklahoma. That could be interesting.
Well,
they could also both be blowouts. I mean, right now that's what Vegas says.
Yes, they can.
Vegas is rarely wrong. You know what?
Yeah, I've got one of my old roommates from down at Murray. He lives in Louisville now, Kentucky, and
Louisville.
We make little side bets every once in a while.
Oh yeah.
We've got our bowl games all bet on here. So,
are you allowed to release your picks?
Well, it's going to stay remain to be
okay, sealed.
Let loose here for a little bit.
Keep them sealed like they
right now.
Yeah, keep them sealed like they do with a lot of these federal indictments. Just lock that baby up for a while longer. I'm not watching the NFL. Yeah. I'm still not happy with the situation. But New Orleans, hey, they keep winning, so good for them. And man, Dallas got shut out.
What was that all about? I mean, seriously, they just got a butt kicking. Yeah.
By Indy. Well, Andrew Luck is back. He's back, and he's playing well. Can't do much when you're hurt as badly as he was, can you?
Yeah, and you've got to take your hat off to him because he's one of the classy guys and
smart as a
seems like a real good person, and I love that. And by the way, New Orleans, I like them too. I like old Breeze,
Yeah. Breeze, fine feller, and that's about all they've got going down there in New Orleans besides Bourbon Street, which it's pretty spectacular in one way. I don't know if you've been down there. But.
I have not, heard a lot of stories from my buddy Rip and a lot of different people that went down there. But,
they're all true.
Sometimes they don't make it back.
Well, hey, Burley and I were down there together 35 years ago, if you can believe that. We barely made it out of there, but we did. Stay out of jail. That was number one.
Time takes care of a lot of things here.
Well, speaking of time, the last Raiders game ever at the Oakland Coliseum will take place undoubtedly next Monday night. And John Gruden, the Raiders coach, said it best. I think he said this is a real football stadium. It's dirt and grass. It's got tradition. It's where some of the best games in the history of football have been played by some of the best players in the history of the world. And he's gonna miss that dump. And it is a dump. It was when we went there to watch Gaety play baseball almost 30 years ago. But it is. All these others are almost, in a way, too nice. It's too. We need this. This is football, dirt and the mud and the grub and the black hole.
That's true. And it's still like Green Bay or Chicago. I still look forward when it's raining or snowing, and you know what I'm saying. And,
I do too.
And watch them play in the grass, but man, these guys are big and strong, and boy, they just break some bones when they hit you. Oh man.
I like the conditions dialed up. However they may be, but I'm fine with the Super Bowl play and on that particular day in great conditions.
Yeah.
If it is,
That's
it happens
true.
to. And finally, Donnie, from my point, remember Monet Davis, the 14-year-old girl who pitched in the Little League World Series?
Who was that?
Monet Davis.
Yes.
Well, she's done, her baseball career is over. She's not going to make the big leagues there, Donnie, but she is going to Hampton. It's not exactly a major knockout college, but she's going there for softball, and she's not even going to pitch. She's a middle infielder. So
I'll be darned. I did not know that, and I try to stay up on it, but I did not know that. I'm gonna
do a Rip Sports clip on that tomorrow. But no, she is quite an athlete. Basketball, softball, volleyball, I believe, in high school and all. But that was pretty cool what she did there and stuff.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. Well, you know, you got to be pulling for somebody. When somebody's doing good and living their life right, man, you got to pull for them.
I normally do, Donnie. I certainly pull for
I know
you.
do.
and my hopes of getting your trivia right every morning.
Yeah. Well, by God, we'll answer the. You know, you'll answer the bell tomorrow. It'll be a good one.
You have a stumper tomorrow, too. All right, Donnie, say hello to Mary and
I will.
Kyle
and
Noel, Courtney, and Merry Christmas. Have a Merry Christmas indeed. I'm glad you brought that up. All right, we'll talk to you later.
Thanks for having me on, Rip.
Yep.
All right, bye-bye.
Donnie Walker on Scores and Stuff, brought to you by Zach Auto Body in Carlisle. See them for 24-hour towing and collision repair. Ron Shattuck is next.
Everybody needs a massage, just some folks don't like to take off their clothes, deal with the massage oil, and then go to work smelling like a coconut. Hi, I'm Dr. Clinton Smith, introducing the Nomano Massage. This is as close as you can get to the real thing with privacy, a good massage, and no clothing removal. $125 gets you 6 1/2-hour sessions. Perfect for a stocking stuffer. Nomano Massage at Smith Chiropractic in Breeze. Call 526-7732 to buy your Christmas gifts of comfort. Nomano Massage, you have to feel it to believe it.
Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955.
Get low prices every day when you shop your hometown proud Carlisle IGA. Carlisle IGA has been family owned since 1983, proud to serve this community. Select from quality choice meats from the outstanding meat department. Stock up at the deli and find low prices in every aisle. Carlisle IGA has the best fried chicken in town. Carlisle IGA appreciates your business and could make you a big winner each week with bankroll. And don't forget Carlisle IGA Catering. Call 594-3415.
If you're looking for Nissan quality, be sure to check out what Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan and Centralia has to offer. Munkin's has the entire field covered with a great lineup of Nissans, including Maximas, Altimas, and Sentras, SUVs and crossovers, and Titan and Frontier trucks. And you can relax when you shop Munkin's because you know you're getting the better deal every time, along with terrific service after the sale. For your Nissan, log on to Munkin1.com, or better yet, visit Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in person, Route 161 West in Centralia.
Scientists say the universe is random.
Why should your radio station be any different?
You've got Max 96.7.
Welcome back, everybody. Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio. Let's tick off that Tucker Electric guest line again, this time for Breeze and Modern Day Knights basketball coach Ron Shattuck. Ron, welcome back.
Appreciate it, Rip. Always good to be on.
Well, you are riding pretty high. You are now 7-3 after 3 consecutive victories. You definitely spoiled the Jabot Hawks last Friday.
Right. Starting to play a little bit better. We got starting to find some rhythm, and just wish we could play a 32-minute game. We've been slow starting the last few games, but second half's been pretty good. And if we can find a little bit more consistency in the first 16 minutes, I like our chances. But we've got Hockey's back. Mitch Hockey's back, full strength. So that's been a huge game changer, difference maker for us. And it's kind of settled us in a little bit on the offensive end. And things have been getting better and improving each week, each game. So we're pretty pleased right now with where we're at.
I would think so. And you've been really consistent there. 65, 66, and 65 points in 3 consecutive victories. Those other 2 came against Quincy, Notre Dame, and Priory, and they're convincing victories on each of those occasions as well.
Yeah, and both of those teams are pretty good teams with quality players and good pieces. Guard play, post play. So we're pretty happy to get away with 2 wins out of both of those games by a good decent margin. But both of those first halves were pretty close, and second half we picked it up a bit, extended defensively, and kind of pulled away. And it was good to see that our kids could fight through, and as the game goes on, just improve as the game goes on and get better. And we did that against those 2 teams, and had some different guys play very well in both games. We're playing about 10 guys, 10 deep. Got a lot of flexibility. So we're pretty happy with what's going on right now.
You also won those 3 games at 3 different places, at home and a neutral site game, and then over at Waterloo. So it's nice to be a little versatile. You can't. I know you have the Modern Day tournament coming up, but you got to be able to win on the road at least later in the campaign, don't you?
Yeah, you do. And we kind of try to prepare ourselves for the first week of December doing that by playing, 4 games in six days against some, pretty good teams, just to prepare for the tournament because, it's an animal. It's a beast, and the coaches that have coached it and been there for quite some time understand it and understand the process and what you have to do to be successful in it. So, it's taxing. It takes its toll on us, and but we're looking forward to it. We got one more game Friday at home against Olney, who's playing very good basketball. So, we get through one more game and then get a little bit of time to prepare for the tournament, and it's here already.
Not to shortchange you either. You've actually won 5 of your last 6. Your only loss was to Whitfield out of St. Louis. And what about the Thanksgiving tournament? Because we had you on just before that. That was the only time we connected on the season thus far. But you won 2 of 3 there, and I suppose it went fine or much better than that, right?
Yeah. Anytime you come out more wins than losses, it's always a success, But, we played Miller Career, beat them. Then we played Northwest Academy out of St. Louis, who they weren't very, very competitive, and we beat them. And then Chicago Marshall, who we thought who was really good, beat us by 2, and we had a chance to win it, and just missed a shot, and they got it, and made a shot at the buzzer to beat us. So
that was at the buzzer. Okay.
Yeah, actually it was tied up, and they hit a 3 at the buzzer to win it.
All right.
But
okay.
It's a different challenge for us each night in that tournament. But we thought who was going to be the core, and I thought we did a nice job. Our guys just did what they were asked to do, and they figured some things out on their own, and I think it made us successful.
You brought up Mitchell Hockey's name, and that's been a big coup for you. He's only played in about 5 games, but my goodness, he's there in every stat for you. I mean, free throw percentage, second in scoring. He's knocking down some threes. That's a real big cog as you head toward the middle of the season.
And he's good size. He's got some good skill
Definitely.
level. So, we're very pleased to have him back. And like I said, he's kind of the stabilizer for us on the offensive end. And, Caleb Zerlini around him. He's averaging about 13 points a game, 3 rebounds a game. He's starting to pick it up a little bit and understand, the more game experience, we're young, and the more game experience these guys get, I think the better off, we're going to be as a team. Brady Buckman's been shooting it well as of late. Drew Dan, I tell you, he's been having a heck of a year for us so far. He's got some good strength, and he's doing some of the junkyard dog work for us, and really accepted the role, and really having fun doing it. So, they kind of all bought into what we're asking them to do. And, so we got a little bit of flexibility and depth too. If somebody's not playing well, we can go 5, 6 guys down the bench and try something different. And we've done that, and we've been pretty consistent and had some pretty consistent play, all the way through with all of our guys. So, we just got to, just like everybody else, you got to keep improving, keep getting better, because it's going to get more difficult as the season goes along, because you're going up against good teams and coaches that can coach. So it's a challenge ahead of us yet, for sure. And
other teams that are getting better week by week. At least that's the plan with every program. So yeah, but the lineup rotation pretty much squared away. Of course, there are nights when somebody takes over more minutes, probably depending on how things are going for that particular guy or so.
Yeah, I mean, we've been pretty consistent with the starting lineup, what we feel, position-wise. But as the game gets going, we adjust to who we're playing, what kind of kids they got on the floor, size, physicality, those kind of things. And so we got a good mix of guys that we can interchange and really be flexible with. So, and they're all playing with intent to play basketball. They're not just content on being on the team and having a uniform. They want to be on the floor and compete, and I think that's what's been good for us so far this year. Is they're competing in practice to compete in the game, to be to have the success we need. So
How about that Jacob Shattuck kid? He's doing a good, and man, 4.5 assists per game.
Well, that's a position I think he's kind of earned. He's playing well at times. There's times, more as a parent than a coach, you wish you'd do better, but it's been a little bit of tough love, early on, but I'm pleased with how he's playing, what he's doing. He said he's coach's kid. You always, there's always some concern around the edges on that, but
right.
I could told him we just go do what we do. We put in 29 years of coaching basketball. You've been in that gym for me since birth on. I said, we've earned this. We deserve to do this together. So, let's not worry about anything, but just go have fun, play basketball, and see what happens. But, he's been playing well, and I'm very pleased. Very pleased with him and the rest of our group that we have out there.
Yeah, that's great.
Just good experience. I said he's the main reason we're here. He came up as a 5th and 6th grader in 2013, 2014 when Timber Creek came up, and he saw the tournament that's coming up and saw the atmosphere, the environment, and the games, and that was always a goal of his, was to get back here and play in that thing someday.
Here we are.
He kind of geared this direction for us, so we're looking forward to next week as well. So it should be fun.
One more thing before I get to the MD tournament, the Christmas tournament, in a bit of a detail. I like this, balance is always, but it's not only with scoring either. Rebounding. You have 5 players with 3 or more boards per contest.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We just have a lot of guys that do things well. We constantly preaching them, play to your strengths. Do the things you do well and do the things you do and do it well. And if everybody does that, we'll be in good shape.
Now, on to the 58th annual Mater Dei Christmas Tournament. It's, next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, so it's almost ready to strike here. But what about, I guess, the top seeds, first of all, Ron, just if you want to scoot over that a bit.
I tell you, what a tournament. You're looking from 1 to 10. It's going to be exciting. The top seed, obviously, Nashville, ranked number 1 in the state Class 2A. 10-0. Bryson Boltman. He's going when this year's over, that'll be his 20th tournament game he's played in. So, I've seen him play 3 or 4 times this year, just early on when we didn't play, just getting out and watching basketball games, and they're going to be tough. So, they well-deserved number 1 seed, I think, and they got a very nice group of guys that quality players out from one through about 7 guys. So they're going to be tough to beat. And then you got Briarcrest, who's 9-1, who's got point guard Division I offers, about 4 or 5. Some football kids that Division I offers, to some good athletes. They're 9-1, and their only loss is to the 2-time defending state champion Jonesboro, Arkansas team.
Really?
Last weekend. So it's going to be they're going to be fun to watch, I think.
It'll be a good group, and it's, of course, as always, it's divided up into pool play and so forth. And for many, anyways, doubleheader day. I know for Carlisle and Central, just quickly over the first day, and then it thins out a little bit, gets down to a little more natural beat.
Yeah, this just the way the seedings come out. Depends on who's playing, how many games, and what day. And, we don't try not to mess with that. And, the coaches vote on that, and we place it where the coaches vote. Like, Metro East Lou, they're number 10 seed, 7-3,
Okay. Hey, how did you get Red Bay, Alabama, Ron? Through
Red Bay, their coach, John Tariski, was a Waterloo Jabot graduate.
Oh.
I'm not sure what the year, but I think he, when they placed second in state, he was on Dennis Reeder's team.
I'll bet.
So he had just reached out a year ago and said, if you ever have an opening, let us know. And so we made a connection, and they're coming up. They're 10-1 and ranked number 3 in their classification in Alabama. And they've got the best team they've had in over decades at that school. So, looking at number 8 seed, 10-1, ranked number. I think they're ranked number 3 in the state in Alabama. So, top to bottom, the tournament's going to be, it's going to be brutal. It's going to be fun to watch just from a fan base. Looking at Thursday, Friday Friday, Saturday, all the night sessions. It's going to be tough to find a seat in there, I'm sure. As we're expecting probably be sold out all three of those nights, just the way the matchups fall up. So it should be fun.
Very good. That's the day after Christmas, December 26th. The first game is between Carlisle and Highland at 9 o'clock, and get a program after that. So, all right, Ron, thanks a bunch. I hope for great weather. People laugh when I say that, great weather, but yeah, it kind of helps. You don't want ice and snow and sleet falling all over the place. So hopefully the skies are clear and it's a great 4 days of basketball.
Well, thanks. Appreciate it. And, hopefully a lot of people can get out and watch the tournament. Should be a good one.
All right, very good. Thanks a lot.
All right, thanks.
Modern Day Coach Ron Shattuck, Modern Day Athletic Director Ron Shattuck. Oh, we got to spin away. But we're coming back with the athlete, make that the flashback, and then also Megan Kessler from the Salem Lady Wildcats hoops team. Stay with us.
Moving forward requires taking that first step. And when it comes to your future, your first step should be Kaskaskia College. With more than 50 degrees and 100 certificate programs, Kaskaskia College can prepare you for a great career, your next promotion, or set you on your educational path. Life is too short to wait. Take your first step to success with Kaskaskia College. Learn more today. Call 545-3040 or kaskaskia.edu.
Insuring your home and auto with Pekin Insurance equals a sizable discount. Farmers State Bank Insurance Department may save you as much as 30% on homeowners premiums and up to 15% on auto premiums if you insure both with Pekin Insurance. Call Farmers State Bank Insurance Department at 495-2965 for details about multi-policy discounts and learn what beyond the expected coverage and savings are all about.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal government agency, not guaranteed by the bank, may go down in value.
Cold weather is extra tough on your vehicle. Be prepared for the weather while saving money with a Best One Tire and Service Standard Winter Service Special. Just $49.95 gets you a full-service conventional oil change, battery and charging system check, antifreeze check, belts and hoses check, fluid fills, new conventional front wiper blades, complete tire check and rotation, plus more. Upgrade to premium service for just $89.95 and receive a full synthetic premium oil change and premium front wiper blades, in addition to all the standard services. And we make life easier for you with free shuttle pickup and delivery, preferred customer benefits, and more. For the guaranteed lowest price for tires, shop Best One Tire and Service. Selling tires, serving people. 13912 Best One Drive in Breeze. Certain locations only carry synthetic oils and premium service is required. Lowest advertised price for tires must be a valid offer. See store for complete details.
What were we thinking when we designed the station? I'll tell you. We were thinking it takes all sorts to make a world.
Max 96.7.
Hi, sports fans. Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio for Wednesday. Every Monday and Wednesday, 6 until 7, Saturday mornings, 9 until 10. Your time, the current time, the only time that matters. That time check, well, it's 6:39. It's brought to you by Zirin Funeral Home in Carlisle. Just to have the flashback, I'm going to tell you about 12 Oaks Vineyard. It may be wintertime, and of course, they're closed for, you can still buy wine there. That's the important thing. You can still drop by and buy wine. The tasting room's just shut down for the winter months, but you're welcome to stop by for a wine purchase, even for Christmas yet. Hustle. And you can also find those tasty wines indeed at Hoffman Supermarket, Carlisle IGA, Carlisle KC, and Popeye's Chop House. That's 12 Oaks Vineyard just south of Carlisle. Let's flashback.
It's flashback.
Get ready to flash back with the Meadow Screen Printing and Signs Sports Flashback. Meadow Screen Printing and Signs on Broadway in Trenton. Call 224-7374.
This is from October 10th of 2018. He's the most underrated hockey guy around. I'm telling you, he knows his stuff. It's Blues hockey blogger Lance Dascott on Coach Mike Yo's future.
He's going to have to make some changes because if you look at his history, including his last season and the half season before that with the Blues, he coaches the same way. And one complaint about him in Minnesota was he wasn't flexible. You know, you've got guys that come in that he would trade for that do certain things, but they really didn't get to showcase their talent because of the system he's in. He's not been known as a guy that really flourishes with good centermen. His system is not made to really make centermen out to be the best that they can be. His power play everywhere he's went has been terrible. I'm going to give the guy the benefit of the doubt this year, but if he doesn't do well this year, he's got to be on the hot seat, and that's not just because he's Mike Yo. That's because he's any NHL coach.
True.
If you miss the playoffs last year and they miss the playoffs this year, or they go out early in the playoffs, you've got to start looking at him because, like I said, Doug, there's no excuse now. Doug Armstrong and the owner, Mr. Stillman, have given this team what they need to do, what the players that they need to have to win, and it's on Mike Yo now.
If it has been a long time since you've been to the dentist, you need to know you're not alone. For some, past experiences make it impossible to pick up the phone and call. Others are embarrassed because it has been so long. Hi, I'm Dr. Casey Santel, a general dentist from Breeze, Illinois, who sedates patients with pills. I believe in listening to our patients and finding workable solutions to problems they have without making them feel guilty or putting them down. Please call me, Dr. Casey Santel, at Breeze Dental Care at 526-2020 to schedule an appointment where sedation dentistry is an option for you to take care of your teeth without anxiety.
Are you looking for a happy dental home? Dr. Draghi and Dr. Santel are in-network providers with many insurance companies and have what you are looking for. New patients welcome and most emergencies seen immediately. Get back on the right track to good dental health with Breeze Dental Care. Call 526-2020. That's 526-2020.
Planning a remodel or building a new home? Ideal Home Solutions in Trenton can get you started. Ideal Home Solutions has quartz, granite, solid surface, and laminate, with granite starting at just $49 per square foot. Ideal Home Solutions proudly sells Haas cabinets and specializes in custom showers, any size to fit your space. From tubs, whirlpools, vanity tops, windowsills, you're covered. Schedule a free in-home estimate today, 224-2500, or see their showroom at 102 West Broadway in Trenton.
Hi, this is Sue at Buckeye. Holiday shopping continues. Stop in at Buckeye for your stocking stuffers and much, much more. We have lithium-ion jump starters that were $79.99. Now they're only $39.99. Clothing and boot deals from 20 to 30% off. All remaining toys from Playtech, Brooder, Ertl, and more. Buy one, get one, 50% off. Hope you have a big stocking this year for all these great buys at Buckeye. Stop in at Buckeye and get that free bag of popcorn.
Remember what it was like to expect the unexpected?
I never realized it was so complex.
Guess what? The feeling's back.
You're on Max.
We have also returned Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market studio. A couple of notes for you. First of all, from Harris Gymnasium. In that rare Wednesday night game, it's the Carlisle Indians over the Greenville Comets at the break, 18-15. And also, well, this is brief and to the point, but Isaac Rental Property in Carlisle, they want you to stay put, stand still, because Talkin Sports is coming back in a jiffy with Salem's Megan Kessler.
Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
McKendree University is a great place to continue your sports career. It's also a great place to continue your education. McKendree offers a wide range of degrees, including master's degrees in business, nursing, education, and professional counseling. If you'd like, you can access McKendree's quality education through the flexibility of online degrees. To learn more about McKendree, log on to McKendreeOnline.com or call 1-800-BEARCAT. McKendree University is ready when you are.
Hi, this is Charlie Hilmus, Mayor of Breeze. Here's something to think about. Your dollars that are spent in locally owned independent stores return to you through community services, jobs, and donations to schools and organizations. Every time you buy local, you are literally giving back to your community. Now, let's take a look at the dollars that are spent online or out of the area. They bring nothing back to Clinton County. We ask you to shop around our towns and buy Clinton County. Happy holidays.
Do you mind if I turn on the radio?
The music is great, and it doesn't cost anything.
It's Max 96.7.
Welcome back again, everybody. Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio. Happy holidays to Charlie, too. And Merry Christmas to Ron Shattuck. I forgot the same to Donnie Walker, etc. Incidentally, just to follow up on Lance Dascott and his hockey comments on Mike Yo, of course, yes, he's zipped out of here. Enter Craig Berube, and the Blues are still floundering, although they have won 3 of 4, so maybe. Saturday morning, our guest list is all jammed up already. We're going to have Gary Gustafson on scores and stuff, followed by Westland Warriors basketball coach Brent Brady, and from Salem High School, the longtime football coach, and he's been around as the AD for a while now too, Scott Stewart. We're going to check out and find out I've known him for 25, 30 years, so we're going to get the scoop from him on the IHSA football, the changes, the district, all of that. We'll get it from Scott Stewart on Saturday morning. But right now, it's back to basketball, and we venture out on the Tucker Electric guest line to Salem for Lady Wildcats coach Megan Kessler. Megan, welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me.
And we've dialed you up at a good time, at a proper time, after a much-needed and much-deserved victory for your girls.
Yeah, nice to get a win under our belt and get a little confidence here going into the holiday season tournament.
That was last week over Carbondale, 41-32. Hey, you've got the Lady Terriers number. You squeezed by them in the regional last year, didn't you?
We did, yeah, and much the same. We didn't play a great first half, but came out and defended the ball really well and finally got some things rolling on offense that helped us in the second half.
41-32 was the final, and that was hopefully I have missed one, but I believe that was the first victory of the season, right?
It was.
Okay.
Yep.
You've been close. I know that's not good enough, but you have been close before to Miss Scuda in the game previous to the contest with Carbondale and with Westcliff and Carlisle and so forth. So it's just been, in some cases, turnover at the wrong time, whatever. But that's basketball.
Yep. It is, and we're taking something away, and from every one of those losses, and that's something that I know is tough to do. But with this young group that we have, we're learning lessons. They're hard lessons right now, but they are, they're keeping their heads about them, and they're coming into practice, and I do see us growing and getting better with each game and with each practice.
Yeah, I've got an idea, and that's the definite hope. You just might make a few teams pay as we broach the second half and beyond.
That's the goal for sure.
That's the goal.
It is.
That's right. Right.
Yeah, I do. These kids they're just still so fresh in the game, and just getting them to settle in to the speed at the varsity level. Pretty much on the floor, I really only I'm returning one varsity player from last year. So the rest of these kids were on a fresh soft or a JV floor, and the game is just bigger, faster, and stronger at the varsity level. And they've had their lumps adjusting to that, but they're staying with it, and I think that's some of the things that they're learning is how to take care of that ball and play at the speed, and not get too fast and turn the ball over. So I think hopefully we can continue to build on that and grow from it.
At the current time, you're 0-4 in the Cahokia, 1-9 overall, but you faced a pretty daunting task too. Some really good teams right out of the gate, man. A stash of really formidable teams you played in your own Thanksgiving tournament.
It is. It is a great opening season tournament. I like to see where we need to be. It's a good judge. Those kids, or those three of those teams, are deep into the postseason the last couple of years, and with Highland and Carterville, and the same thing with T-Town. Quality ball clubs, and nice to see where we've got to be, and when it comes to February. So, yeah, we took our knocks early, and then we've just had a lot of close ones that we've let slip away. But hopefully when we get to see those teams for the second time in the back half of the season in the conference, that we can fix our errors and hopefully pick up a win in the second half.
And you have the Carlisle Lady Indians coming up tomorrow night. I saw them play again here on Monday. They were really on their game. Kayla Geterslow with 18, so they played a really good game against Wescombe. But that closes out the season series there. That's tomorrow night at B.E. Gum. But, yeah, you've definitely, growing pains, that happens when you lose a lot of players in a young club. And that was a good team last year, wasn't it? Second in the conference, 18 wins in the season.
Yep. Pulled off a regional win. And, we did that group. We struggled in the first half of the season and then started to put some things together in the back half. So, again, that's just what we're trying to do this year and continue to grow our basketball IQ and just the knowledge of the game. That's a lot of the mental mistakes that we're making with turnovers and shot selection that's really hurt us this season so far.
You have the two seniors, Megan, and I saw you play the Lady Indians here at Harris Gymnasium, but maybe round us up for the most part, you probably had to have that front five pretty solidified, right?
We've been making some changes in our guard lineup a little bit. Maddie Quant is a senior that I feel like has settled in and accepted her role a little bit more on the floor and has been helping us out defensively. So she's got the start for her.
Okay.
But yeah, we've got two senior guards that really are similar in their play and they play off of each other. And then I have two juniors then, Taylor Gillett inside and Lacey Jones plays more of a 3 for us. Both are good leaders and they're disciplined. There's just a huge difference between that sophomore and junior year, and the amount of growth that I've seen out of Lacey Jones has just been tremendous from last year to this year, and and elevated to that varsity player and grown her confidence. But then I field 13 sophomores and 7 freshmen.
Wow.
So that's where it's a good thing to have 24 kids. 20 of them are freshmen or sophomores, but nice to have those kind of numbers, but still very, very green in the game. So we're learning the hard way, like I said. But I've got some. I start Chloe Harness. She's a sophomore, plays an inside-out game for us, and then Ellie Bunnell has really stepped up for us and really started to take care of handle the ball for us out front and more of that 1-2 guard responsibility. So that kind of rounds out our starting lineup there with Jones and Gillett and with Bunnell and Quant and Harness. But that's the nice thing is we have a lot of kids that we can run in and out of there that have the same qualities and strengths and just kind of play off each other. So it really comes down to, just what's working on the floor and what we're jiving with, because they've got even Taylor Allen is a sophomore that came in and she's starting to handle the point for us out front.
Yeah, she played at Carlisle. Too. Yeah, you're running him in and out. So that was great. And that includes a freshman too. And I hope I said it right that night. Definitely correct me. Caitlin Beagleisen? I missed
Beagleisen.
it. I screwed it up, didn't I?
Yep, Caitlin Beagleisen.
Dog. I got to think of the dog next time. Beagle.
Yep, that is true. We call her Beagle a lot of times.
All right.
So that's her nickname for sure.
But anyway, she's got some talent.
Yeah, she does. Now it's that confidence and getting used to the speed, coming out of 8th grade, and then I put her out there against the Highland team in our first game out. So a little intimidating, definitely a change for her, but she's going to be a player for sure for us, and that's one person in the last week or so that I've really seen start to grow emotionally and physically. So I think she's going to be one that you'll hear that name. You'll get used to that name, I think, in the future.
I've got it down, I believe. Beagleisen, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'll stop there. Megan Kessler is with us, the Salem Lady Wildcats basketball coach. This could be We're going to find out. A good time to talk about it because I read about this in the Centralia Sentinel in the early edition, the previews and all. What is the fifth gear all about?
Fifth gear. It is that started, and I can't say enough about what a pleasure it is for me to work at Salem High School with the other coaches that are here, and really the support is just tremendous. And
great.
Alex Cable and Kevin Green, our football coaches, Alex does a lot with speed and agility training. And so we talked about finding that next gear. It's a mental and a physical gear for us to play in, and we want to try to play fast. That was a big focus for us this summer, was on our speed development and our strength. So 3 days a week, our Coach Cable had our kids out doing speed and agility training, and I'm serious about this, teaching them how to run. It's kind of amazing that high school kids don't know how to run mechanically the correct way. So, and then Coach Green had them in the weight room. So, we just all work together, and I can't say enough about those guys for investing in our female athletes as well as the time that they put in with their guys.
Good deal.
So fifth gear is something that is more of it's a physical aspect, but more so a mental aspect, and just trying to stay focused.
That's good. Sounds like a plan there. And once again, Megan, you do have Carlisle tomorrow night, and you love to pocket a victory there, obviously, to get that first one in conference plays. You find your way starting to go around for a second time and all. But the Kokia Conference, very, very good again. Central's unbeaten. Columbia's right there, just a half step behind.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing about this team. We played both of those teams, Columbia and Central. We played a half and played with them and played well, but you got to be able to put 32 minutes together, and we didn't. 16 didn't cut it. So
you're not giving up many points, though. Just scoring once in a while. It seems.
It is. Yeah, it is, and that's just the more they play together, and the more they get used to trusting themselves in their offense. We're going to be all right, and a lot of repetition to come with this group. So they're going to be around for a while.
And you've been around.
One thing I will.
Yes, definitely.
I'll note about that game tomorrow night.
All right.
We're a 5:00 start.
One game.
And it's one varsity game only.
Okay.
Our kids are still in finals here, and I know Carlisle's a little short-staffed, so we are not playing a JV contest. One varsity game at 5:00.
Okay, 5:00 tip-off at BE Gum Gym. You said a long-time life or something like that. You've been around Salem you're very young. I don't mean it that way, but how many years total on the coaching staff? And is this the third as the head coach?
This is my third season as a head coach.
Okay.
Yes. I played here. I played for Salem 95 to 99.
You were a player and a couple of really good teams.
Yeah, I will say we had a good run in 99 for sure, and we had a great coaches and teammates to go around that, which made it really fun and exciting, and that's something that that drives me. I want these kids to be able to share in those experiences and those memories that I had here too. Just the atmosphere of playing in postseason is just so exciting, and I hope it's something that they can feel someday.
I believe it's going to turn out all right. All right. They just got to pay attention to you and Coach Owen guy, right?
Yes.
I've known Tom forever. I think we discussed that when I talked to you.
I played for Coach Owen too.
And you played for Coach Owen. Yeah, see, that's how old Coach Owen and I are.
We have been playing or coaching together for a really long time.
Yeah.
So I spent 9 seasons though when I came back in 2004 after playing at Edwardsville. I spent 9 seasons with Janet, and then took a little step away for 3 years, and I had two little girls, and she said she was leaving, and something I wanted to continue the stories and the traditions of the program. So I coached with her in her final season, and then I've been the head coach for the last 3. So I truly have been around this program and a part of it since the mid-'90s.
And you made a good decision and they made a good decision hiring you. So it's all. Hey, real quick, Megan, your two little girls, at least that were at the CHS 2-3 weeks ago, whatever, are their teams winning?
Yeah, because
are they?
Somehow I thought coaching varsity basketball just wasn't enough. So
yes.
I've got 4th and 5th graders in here in the gym. We actually just finished that practice too. So
okay.
Yeah, that's great. We've got 18 kids out in 4th and 5th grade, and I just love the opportunity of working with them. And hopefully that's something that's building the program for years to come too.
Fundamentals.
But they are. We played. I think 1-2 of them. So they're doing a nice job and learning and growing too. So.
Okay. Very good, Megan. Hey, thanks for your time and good luck as we motor on in this 18-19 year.
Yep. All right. Well, I guess I'll see you tomorrow night, probably, right?
I won't be there tomorrow night, but somewhere down the scope of things.
All
yes.
right.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm sure we'll see you.
All right. Appreciate
thanks
it.
A lot.
Yes.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thanks to Megan Kessler and also to Ron Shaddig and Donnie Walker. Saturday morning, it's Brent Brady, Scott Stewartson, Gus, too, and trivia for some golf passes worth a lot. You'll love it. Dial us in between 9 and 10 on Talking Sports, Real Sports Talk on Max 96.7 Wcxo.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Hoffman Supermarket, the only choice for quality meats and friendly service. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College, the future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City and Hoyleton. McKendree University in Lebanon. Ideal Home Solutions in Trenton. Farmers State Bank Insurance Department in Hoffman. Sieber Brothers in Carlisle. 12 Oaks Vineyard in rural Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max